Hey yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Picture Perfect, and this is my first episode of Perfect Entertainment, starring yours truly, Picture Perfect. So make sure y'all stop, make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe, because I'm going to be coming out with a lot of videos about entertainment, about music, movies, reviews on albums, songs, artists, talking about the latest gossip, as y'all call it, the T, talking about the T, you know what I'm saying, capital T. I'm going to be having different conversations, doing interviews, talking about different social lives, getting opinions about people, about relationships, music, entertainment, all kinds of different things. So make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe, and share if you care. Again, it's your boy Picture Perfect. Today, on my first episode, I'm going to be talking about your girl, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, the City Girls, specifically JT more so, but both of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be talking about Lil Kim, talk about this whole Lil Queen radio, the whole Freaky Girl remix and all that, Queen's mix or whatever the case may be. We're going to get into some motherfucking, I'm not going to say I'm going to get into some things because that's overused. We're going to get into some ish. Let's get it. So, let's see. Well, I want to start it. I want to start. Let's. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard. I'm sure everybody's have already heard it because one thing about Nicki Minaj, she loves to, post her accolades when she goes number one on Spotify or number one on TikTok or number one on, Apple Music or whatever the case may be. Whenever she gets number ones on these little platforms, where ultimately the ultimate goal is to go number one on Billboard, which she has never done as a solo artist until now, allegedly based on payola, allegedly. But so I'm sure everybody's heard it because she's been posting all about it. I actually can't follow her on Instagram because she blocked me years ago. Because I don't know why she blocked me. I might have said one or two things that hurt her feelings. I'm not sure. Saying all I do is tell the truth. That's one thing y'all going to love about me is I'm always going to tell you what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these YouTubers that's going to tell you what they want you to hear just because they know the fan base might get upset or because they getting payola from certain artists that's telling them to get them good reviews, whatever the case may be. I'll tell you what it is, from my perspective anyway. It's the perfect perspective. You feel me? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Freaky Girl. I want to talk about the first version. The first version, didn't like it. I actually call it Freaky Girl, a.k.a. Anaconda Part 2. The same flow, same formula, same ABC rhymes. I can lick it, I can stick it. I mean, it sounds like something I could have wrote. Well, I'm a good writer. It sounds like something my damn niece could have wrote. She's 12 years old. It sounds like she could have wrote Freaky Girl. Minus the freaky part. It's all basic, whatever. Basically, went to number one. Some of it comes from, I don't know if you remember, Cardi B actually told the Barbs to do their job in the stream Freaky Girl. And then, being facetious, of course, just trying to be funny, doing her little shade. But the Barbs actually went ahead and they did it. And for the first time, they streamed Nicki Minaj to the top spot on Billboard after 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And so, Nicki Minaj responded back, imagine telling the Barbs to stream my song, and then I go number one. And that's what happened. Fast forward, there's been some bubbling beef allegedly between Megan Thee Stallion, I call her Megan the Horse. She got like a little horse face. She's cute. She says she's fine, but she got a little horse face, whatever the case may be. I think it's in the teeth, the body. She's big as fuck. Sexy, but she's big. She's a big girl. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against a big girl. She's just a little bit big and bulky. She might knock me down. But, so, there was some bubbling undertone alleged beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. And of course you remember Megan Thee Stallion, she and Nicki Minaj collabed on the infamous collaboration of Alive from Nicki Minaj, where she invited Megan Thee Stallion up on her platform on Instagram Live years ago, which led to Hot Girl Summer, which was Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion's collaboration together, many people say that it was Megan Thee Stallion's like breakout hit in a sense, which did okay. I mean, it did okay on charts. It did okay in sales. It wasn't like a, some major thing that just took over Billboard, but it did okay. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do for Megan Thee Stallion. Really didn't do anything for Nicki because, I mean, it was just maybe a top 40 hit at best. Fast forward a year later, this is where the beef started, people, allegedly. This is where the issue is, allegedly. Fast forward a year later, Megan Thee Stallion collaborates with Nicki Minaj's nemesis, her alleged nemesis, Cardi B. Cardi B. On a song you might have heard maybe one time or two, WAP. WAP. Allegedly, that made Nicki Minaj feel some type of way. She felt like there was a lack of loyalty on the behalf of Megan Thee Stallion. She felt like she put her on. She felt like she helped get her exposure and stamped her name on Megan Thee Stallion. And that wasn't reciprocated, the love. She felt like after that, per her live, that she said herself, of course not saying Megan Thee Stallion name, because one thing about Nicki, she don't say people's names. She been a subliminal girl since 2012. Actually, 2009, when she started off allegedly beefing with Lil Kim, but never said her name in rap songs. So, anyway, Nicki Minaj made subliminal disses on live about a year ago, subliminally, supposedly against, of course, Cardi B. So, fast forward, allegedly, there's been different songs that Nicki Minaj has come out with where she does her subliminals that she's been doing for the last 15 years against whomever. We never really know because she doesn't say any names. However, it's been rumored that these alleged shots have been thrown towards Megan Thee Stallion, of course, Cardi B, and Doja Cat. But more specifically honed in recently on Megan Thee Stallion, Megan the Horse. Recently, Nicki Minaj comes out with Freaky Girl Remix as the Roman makes a comeback. From Roman, she adds an extra verse, Roman style, that we haven't really heard since about 2012 when she came out with Roman Reloaded album. I broke my wine glass, you guys, so I am classy. I am a class act. If you wonder why I'm drinking out of this, it's because I broke almost all my glasses. I didn't realize how strong I be. I was just washing the dish and it just completely crashed. Literally just got a wine glass and I just cracked it. I need to get better wine glasses, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to let y'all know what time it was with that.
What's your
anyway,
I said
so,
because I was letting you know what time it was. And what time
she comes out with the remix.
What time it was I'm a very
remix. And there's some shots that seemingly go towards Megan Thee Stallion, a.k.a. Megan the Horse. And one of the main things she said that stuck out to people was that Nicki Minaj, in her own fashion form, said that her mixtape, which was her mixtape she re-released last year, Beat Me Up Scotty, outsold any album that Megan Thee Stallion, official album that Megan Thee Stallion had put out so far. So, then, this is the interesting part. If you remember, about a week ago, Carisha being Young Miami, has a YouTube television show, YouTube interview show on Revolt Network, sponsored by Diddy. She invited Megan Thee Stallion to come on the show, and Megan Thee Stallion starts the conversation off with, your girl was supposed to submit a song, a verse to me, but she never did, and I don't know why. If you notice from that interview, Carisha quickly got off of that topic. She said, quote, "Well, I'll find out," and moved on to the next conversation. It's fascinating to me to find out, rumored a couple days ago, that JT was going to be on a song with Nicki Minaj where allegedly she was going to be dissing Megan Thee Stallion. So for me, that indicates the reason that Megan Thee Stallion said she did not know why JT did not hop on the track with Megan Thee Stallion. Most likely is that Nicki Minaj told her, yo girl, I'm a better look. If you want to be on the song, I can hear it now. You want to be on the song with the Queen, you need to, you know what I'm saying? If you get on the track with that, you ain't getting on those track with me, child. And of course, JT said, you know what? Right. I ain't going to be on the song with her. I'm going to be loyal to you, and I'm going to get on the song with you. Which, okay, get it. I guess to me, the shady part, and I use these terms because I feel like I got to use some of these, the tea and the shade lingo, you know what I'm saying, to connect. I think the shady part of the situation is that JT never responded and told her why, which could have been, hey girl, I think I'm not going to be able to collaborate because Nicki Minaj and me are going to collaborate. I don't want to have an issue with you. I just want you to know that I'm going that route for career purposes. Got it. Also, it was interesting to see that she brought it up to Carisha, a.k.a. Young Miami, on the interview. And Carisha could have just, I mean, it was just awkward. I could tell it was awkward for Carisha because she was like, really? She didn't? But you know damn well, Carisha was the first person to know why JT wasn't going to send in why JT was not going to send in a verse. And the fact that she brought that up in conversation on that interview was cringy now that I look back at it, because I know Carisha like, dang, I am cool with Megan, but my alliance is to JT. And I can't spill this tea. She can't spill the tea. She can't spill the tea because it's not being loyal, but at the same time, it looks shady for Megan. So I can only imagine what that's going to be like. I feel like there's smoke there. We'll be watching. We'll be tuning in. Fast forward, the rumors keep bubbling that JT is going to be on the song with Nicki Minaj, and boom. There's a flyer that comes out last night that has Megan Thee Stallion, the horse, and Lil Kim, which Lil Kim, I didn't know it was Lil Kim at first. And let me tell you something. I'm a Lil Kim stan. She's the queen. She's my favorite. When I originally saw that post, I didn't know I didn't know who that was. I didn't know if it was China Doll, because I don't know what she looked like. I didn't know if it was Asian Doll, because she looked a little, not being racist, she looked a little, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know if she was one of the dolls. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who. I really looked. I said, okay, Lil Kim, cool, got it. So I'm like, okay, word. She took JT, allegedly, from Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion retaliated by saying, well, I'm going to come out with a song with your worst enemy, Lil Kim. Okay. And they're going to drop these two songs at the same time. Freaky Girl, Queen mix, without saying who these people was, but allegedly JT was going to be on it. And then Lil Kim and Megan Thee Stallion with Plan B remix. Of course, the Barbs, which I am not one. I am Rihanna Navy. The only fan group I'm part of is, I'm the captain and leader of Rihanna Navy, which Rihanna Navy and Rihanna would have shut down all these people. There ain't even no conversation when it comes to Rihanna, the almost $2 billionaire queen that she is. Anyway, back on subject. So both songs came out last night. And I gotta say, I listened to both of them. The Queen's mix, I like it better, sonically, firsthand. I like it way better than the original version or the second version. She came out with like 15 different versions. However, look, this thing just keep like, I don't want y'all to think that I think I have a bang or something. You know how people do like a little swoop? This thing just keeps hanging. You know what I'm saying? I have a small head, and all my hats usually be too big. So I really be trying to like, you know what I'm saying?
But I can't. What's wrong with the bob? Something.
You know what I mean?
What's wrong with the bob?
Your bob don't look like her. There's this tight.
So, I do like that song better. Now, what I will say, the Queen mix, better than the original Freaky Girl song that she had out, as well as better than the Megan Thee Stallion and Lil Kim record. I think the Lil Kim, she's a legend. She's a queen. I love all her old stuff. I feel like when she come out with stuff now, it just sounds dated. It just sounds like her old. And we want old Kim, but when we hear old Kim, it still doesn't manifest well because old Kim in 2022 is just old. But then when Lil Kim tries to do the more recent version of music, then it sounds like she's an old woman trying to be young. So neither one of it really works. It really isn't the music. It really isn't anything about anything. It's just that time, her time is just really gone. And I think that that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for an artist to have been prevalent during a time period, and then the time changed, and then it's just like, as great as you are, it's just that time, and you just don't fit anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. Now, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, first of all, let me tell you what I did not like about Freaky Girl. That first verse, I can ride it, I can stick it and slide it. I wish Nicki would have left that whole verse out, because that whole verse sounded like child's play. Like, that sounded like a nursery rhyme. I don't like that first verse. I hate it. It's like, she's all right. That girl's all right. I can lick it, I can stick it, I can rub it and twist it. First of all, I'm so sick of Nicki. I mean, I just wish it was different layers to Nicki. Her layers go as far as, I look good, I have good sex, all you girls want to be me, I'm the queen, y'all my sons. And that's just like the extent of like her lyrical content. Which, okay, cool, but even the delivery of it on that first verse, I just didn't like it. It sounds like Anaconda. It sounds like way back in the years when Lil Kim first did it first with How Many Licks. How Many Licks was actually the first. That's a remake of How Many Licks. Anaconda was a remake of How Many Licks. Let's start there. Anyway, go on to the second verse. JT's verse was cool. It was cool. Actually, Nicki Minaj brought JT up on Queen Radio last night and championed JT as this great situation of a great verse and how much she was impressed by it. And JT even did like a Roman reenaction of her version of Roman, which, you know, Nicki Minaj praised. It was cool. I'm not really familiar with the other girls that's on the song. I know Akbar from Love and Hip Hop. I know Akbar from being Candy's cousin. I know Akbar from, you know, her storyline on different situations was that she didn't have her kids and she was struggling with her kids and she didn't have a home, and Candy allegedly was, and all this alleged, this is her storyline. Allegedly, Candy had bought her a place to live, an apartment in Atlanta, and she wasn't able to keep it up, and her kids, she didn't have them, but she was like this big girl, a little bit older, who wanted to be a rapper, and I never listened to Akbar's music because I just saw her as this girl that was on a reality show, girl that lived in Atlanta, and a girl that was on Love and Hip Hop. I didn't see anything further. So for me to hear her verse last night and to see that she was actually, out of all the females trying to get on, she was chosen to be on this Queen mix, because I guess maybe she's a queen of Atlanta. Is that what it's supposed to be? Because Nicki Minaj tweeted Miami, Chicago, I believe, Miami, Atlanta, New York, and Boston. So Queen mix, is that saying that these are the queens of each city? Because if so, of course, but now it's to supposedly Mulatto's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't feel like we have a queen of Atlanta as far as female rap, because I just don't find any of them to be that damn successful or hot or anything else. But Mulatto was the first person that's supposed to come to mind. So of course she skips over Mulatto, which is shade, and goes to Akbar, which I think is really great, because it's like, it's great to reach out to people that have not been mainstream successful, and they've just kind of been underground for years and years and years. And she's trying to get her kids and stuff, allegedly. So hopefully this check will help her get her kids and all that. The other girls, Millie, Bia. The only thing I know from Bia was a whole lot of money in this month. It's a whole lot of. But other than that, I don't know anything about the girl Bia. She could walk past me tomorrow, and I wouldn't know a thing. She could walk past me tomorrow, and I promise you, I just wouldn't know a thing. I forgot what city. I don't even. Bia. Anyway, her verse was cool. Oh, her verse was cool. I'm not blown away. It's no ladies' night. You know what I'm saying? It's no WAP. But it's cool. It's good for the culture to see female rappers, you know, collabing, I guess, if that's, you know, especially to put new people on. It's also cool for Lil Kim and, you know, Megan Thee Stallion. Now, going back to the Megan Thee Stallion song, Plan B, her content also is, I can F your man, I can take your man, he take me shopping, and I send him back to you. You know, that whole, then the flow, that formula to me has just been played since 2021. I really wish she would get a new flow. I wish she would get new content to talk about. I wish that, I mean, so many things that she's going through. An alleged beef with Nicki Minaj. Allegedly being shot by Tory Lanez. Her mother passing. Rest in peace to her. And her grandmother at the same time, which I know is hard. Graduated from college. You know, having a quote-unquote best friend deceive her and having a whole beef with her best friend about a nigga. Allegedly. And all the things that you got going on, you know, beefing with at the time, at some certain times, all these, whatever the situation was, you know what I'm saying? And you're still rapping about how freaky you could be, and you could take somebody's man and send them back home, and you a side chick, and you proud of that, and whatever the hell else you rap about in the flow. My God, the flow. The flow is just like one long song of all your songs put together. If I put all your songs together and put it on a track, it all is going to flow into the same damn song. The same rhythm, the same enunciations, the same flow, the same topic. It just all can go into one long 3-hour song. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired. This flow is tired. It's late. Tired and late. There's another. I gotta make sure I give y'all what these terms mean, because I know a lot of y'all don't use all these terms, because I don't really use them. I'm just throwing it, you know what I'm saying? Late. I guess that means it's old. And we sick of it. Tired means it's dragging. And it's late and it's tired. I don't know. These are real terms. That's what I find it to be, and that's what I'm using it to mean. So, we're going to stick around. We're going to see where this goes or what it leads to. But for right now, the only winner in this situation is JT. Because I feel like this situation is going to boost her and her career. I think that now she's going to have the barbs. The alliance of the barbs are going to be with her from Nicki. I feel like that kind of crowns, that passively crowns her as the princess, as she called herself on the song. She said she's a princess of rap. I never heard that before, but on Carisha Please, she said that people were calling her that. And now she said that on Nicki Minaj song. If Nicki Minaj is supposed to be the queen, and you on Nicki Minaj song calling yourself the princess, that automatically is going to make people, just like how Ashanti did, where she just called herself something, where people are going to start calling you that. So I guess JT is the princess. I don't know where that leads her and Carisha. I don't know where that leads the City Girls. Carisha has been doing her own thing. And now I think JT is like, well, girl, let me do my thing too. It's interesting to see how that plays out. We've seen where people have gone solo when it don't really work out. For me, in my opinion, for example, Chloe and Halle. It ain't really been picking up for them. Going so they might as well stay together. I don't know if I'm really interested in seeing JT as a solo artist. I don't know if I'm really, and I love Carisha, maybe, and I really feel like Carisha more of a star, but I could honestly see Carisha being, I could see Carisha being solo. I don't really see JT being solo. I feel like if she went the solo route, she'd end up maybe like a Remy Ma status of music and hip hop. Like she'll get to that Remy Ma status. I don't think she will get to the, I don't think she'll get to the Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B status of Lil Kim legendary status or iconic status or even just being a superstar. I don't see that for her. I see that for Carisha maybe, but I don't see that for JT. I just don't think she has that work ethic. I don't think she has that personality. I don't think she even has the yearning for it. But anyway, so that's where we are. Ain't got too much to say. Other than that, when I get to a point where I get to a point on this channel, I'll start taking calls, taking interviews. I will ask people opinions and everything else. But I ain't got nothing more. I gave you all I got, like Anita Baker. Gave you the best I got. First episode, perfect entertainment. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. subscribe. Did I say describe? Subscribe. Do all that. Two fingers like a play. It's your boy Picture Perfect. Over and out. You know what I'm saying?